Hello, Loup Power District, employees, retirees, family and friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. As we move into September, it's great to see everybody going back to school, the kids going back to school, the school's firing back up. Fall is in the air, although you wouldn't know it by the temperatures over the last couple of weeks. But it's great to see that happen again. Families are done with their vacations for the summer, and we head into another school year in which a lot of activities going on: football, volleyball, other sports like cross country, girls golf, tennis. A lot of that interesting stuff's going on where families can participate in a lot of different activities. And it's great to see all of our families and employees taking advantage of this time to do the things as a group inside their families. I know in my particular case, when my kids were still around, this was a time of year when we kind of all got back together, and although we might not eat at the same times due to practice schedules, we were all at least able to be together in the evenings. And that's what it's really all about, being with your family and being a close-knit family unit to the extent that we can. At the board meeting, district management provided the board with an update on district water issues. There hasn't been a lot of activity over the past month as the district is still working on the non-capacity license amendment and working with our attorneys and our consultants to finalize studies that need to be included as part of that non-capacity license amendment. Also, with regard to the interbasin water transfer case, the district's argument before the Supreme Court of the state of Nebraska was heard today. Further information on this will be upcoming in the future as we know what the Supreme Court's decision was. And finally, I want to say there was a lot of activity in July and August with regard to the hot weather and modifications of the district's operations at the hydroelectric facilities. We ran into hot water temperature on approximately 6 or 7 different days in late July and August, which caused the district to have to modify our operations in accordance with our license with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. Although this does create issues for the district, we complied with the license in all cases, even going against some of the directives from the Southwest Power Pool, who was in conservative operations mode during this time period. We're going to try to work very closely with the Southwest Power Pool, Nebraska Public Power District, and FERC to see if we can get to a point where some of these situations are a little bit easier to deal with and we don't have to worry about not following compliance with one organization while having to follow compliance with the other organization. That's part of what we're doing with the non-capacity license amendment. So you should hear more information from us later on regarding this. Also, at today's board meeting, the Board of Directors approved keeping the district's health insurance plan the same as it's been the past several years. Even though we are seeing an increase in health insurance costs from our providers, the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association and Hartford and Express Scripts for our Medicaid supplement, the board decided to absorb these increases and keep our policy the same for all of our employees. The board has asked management to look at variations of this moving forward, and we will be keeping in touch with the employees on possible changes and get some input from employees over the next several months as we move forward into a renewal for the 2025 period. But for right now and for the year 2024, the insurance plan will stay the same that it's been the last several months. During the month of August, the district made payments to all of our communities regarding the professional retail operations agreement and franchise that we have with our communities. Inside those agreements, the district pays 11% of the inside revenue to each of our communities based upon the revenue that's generated from the citizens in that community. For the first half of 2023, the district has paid over $3 million to the 21 communities that we provide service to. This is a great benefit for the communities, and they can utilize that payment for improvements within the community in a lot of different ways. And we've often been often talked with those communities about what they're going to use the money for and how it will go to improve the life of the citizenship in those communities. Something we're happy to do, and all part of what we provide to the communities that we serve at retail levels. The board approved a resolution today thanking Lance Ferris for his 40-plus years of service with the Loup Power District. Lance will be retiring at the end of September, and we want to wish Lance and his family all the best. 40 years is a long time to work at one place, and he's been at the Headworks and on the Canals crew for all 40 years of his service to the district. So Lance, thank you very much for all that you've done for the district, and good luck in your future. And finally, today, we said goodbye to Director Chris Langemeier. In early August, Director Langemeier resigned from the district as he became a board member at Nebraska Public Power District and was appointed by Governor Pillen to serve an empty vacant seat on the NPPD board. Director Langemeier decided at the time that he could not dutifully fill both the NPPD and Loop board seats, so he decided to resign from the Loop board seat, and the board recognized him at today's board meeting. Although Director Langemeier had only been a board member for about 6.5 years, he was very instrumental in a lot of the things that have gone on at the district during those 6.5 years, including being the board chairman during 2020, during the middle of the COVID era, and a lot of things that went on during that period. Director Langemeier was somebody that I could rely on to bounce ideas off of and to talk about on a lot of issues, and his experience in the Nebraska legislature and being the head of the Natural Resources Committee really helped bring a lot of knowledge to our board of directors, and that knowledge will be missed by the remaining board members. We wish Chris all the best in his new endeavor with NPPD and look forward to working with him on issues that are ongoing with NPPD in the future. In case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of activity going on at the district. We're building a new Columbus Southwest substation to help serve areas in the south and west part of Columbus and to take loading off of our Columbus Northwest substation, which sits up near 48th Street and Howard Boulevard. Part of the reason for that is the new load at the casino, plus the ever-growing load in the southwest part of the city of Columbus. In addition to this, the district is looking at a lot of new potential loads that might be coming on board in the next 5 years, mostly in the southeast portion of Columbus, but also in other areas of our service territory. These are very exciting times, and working on the economic development end of this with these clients and seeing what other new things are going on make for a very exciting time for the district employees as well as the citizens of the communities that we serve. We are really looking forward to seeing where this leads us in the next 4 to 5 years, as it will be a challenge and there will be a lot of activity going on, but when this activity gets all completed, it will make our communities much better and much stronger because of all that we've gone through at this point in time. So keep in tune, and we'll keep in touch with you as things progress over the next several years. And with that, and as always, be happy and stay safe.